Hey everybody, Blue Goblin here. Thank you for joining me for this special comic book review video. I'm here to talk about Forever Evil issue number 5. And oh boy, am I ready to see the hate mail that comes with this review. A lot of people have been hating on me lately as to how much I've been disrespecting this series and how much I've been disrespecting Geoff Johns. Look, everybody's got an opinion, and that's fine. You know, and I know a lot of people get off on going on to several different websites and just acting like a troll. You know, there's nothing I can do about that. But at the same time, I'm going to defend myself because I feel like I can. I'm here to say that I will not be a sheep. I will get on camera and talk about a comic book, and I will give my brutally honest opinion about it. If I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. You know, and I can have the right to share my opinion about something, whether I'm serious or whether I'm just screwing around and just making a bit out of it. It's really hard to tell the difference, isn't it? Oh well. But a lot of people thought I was coming off as a really rude prick and everything like that. Okay, now that I understand, and I do apologize if I offended anybody on here, but I will not apologize for having an honest opinion about something. You know, I like to tell it like it is, and sometimes if I like to exaggerate, then that's what I'm going to do. You know, would you really honestly watch a video of mine if I just stood here and just talked monotonely and just talked about a book and just said this book was good, good writing, good artwork, you should buy it? Would you be entertained by a comic book review like that? Hell no. So I guess that's how I'm going to do things from now on. Forever Evil number 5. Geoff Johns wrote this book. It was good. David Finch's artwork. He can really draw. Yeah, I think DC did a good job with this. I'm not going to be like that. So, enough screwing around. I'm going to talk about Forever Evil number 5. What I'm going to have to say is going to shock you. But, oh my God, finally. This series is finally going somewhere. After 4 issues of dragging the drama along, we're finally going somewhere. We're finally getting some really good action, some sensible and somewhat logical action in here. We're getting some good character development in here. Finally! After 4 issues of at best, we're finally going somewhere. I'm gonna be honest, this issue actually was pretty good. And I was talking to Mark at, from Fast Stack of Comics. So check that channel out, by the way. Cheap plug. You're welcome, Mark. You're welcome, Chloe. But, yeah, I told him I was going to check this book out, and I was pretty much willing to bet I wasn't going to like it. I will admit, I was wrong. This was actually pretty good. Was it perfect? Hell no. Probably one of the shocking things that I didn't like about this. This is a shocking dislike. I wasn't too keen on David Finch's interior artwork. The cover is fine, but the interior artwork looked kind of scratchy, looked kind of rough, and I'm like, I've seen David Finch's artwork thousands of times, and this wasn't one of his strong strong deliveries when it comes to artwork. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't god-awful, but man, it could have been a hell of a lot better than this. It just looked kind of rough for me. Oh, and something else I forgot to say in my opening monologue. I think I know there's also some people who outside of YouTube have decided to message me and saying, when I talk about comic books, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Let me just say something right here. I've been reading comic books for over 26 years. And I'm pretty much willing to bet some of you trolls that hound on me, I'm probably willing to bet I've been reading comic books longer than you've been alive. So I think I know a thing or two about good comic books when I see them. And this one was actually pretty good. Where do I begin? The story begins right where it left off, you know, with Sinestro popping up, and we got Power Ring running away. I mean, that's perfect character development for him, because that's the way he's been the entire series. And he comes face to face with Sinestro. And I gotta say, Mark was right. Sinestro really shines in here. He really does. And this is what I'm talking about when you talk about good character development. And I'm talking about characters like Luthor and Sinestro. Batman tries to step in after a fight with some other infamous villains that the Crime Syndicate had recruited, including Deathstroke. Which, this is another part that kind of bothered me. Deathstroke has got a gun to Luthor's head, and Deathstroke's always been known for bang. Then that's it. He monologues. I'm like, oh my god, of all the characters to carry on a monologue session with Luthor, it's got to be Deathstroke. Oh my god, really? I know it's a cliche for villains sometimes to monologue. When they got a gun at somebody's head, they got him right there. You could just pull the trigger and kill the fucker. But no, you got a monologue. He's like, hey, I can make this worth your while. Keep talking, Luthor. I'm like, just shoot the fucking guy. If I was paying Deathstroke to kill somebody, if he had some way I could contact him or anything like that, I would tell him, Deathstroke, fuck what he's saying, shoot the fucking guy. You know, that scene just bugged me really badly. But the stuff with Luthor and Sinestro, after Sinestro does a certain something in here that I'm not going to give away, but it was awesome. I'll give it that. But there's a scene in here involving Luthor and Sinestro, and the character development for those two characters in this scene was just dead on. It was correct. The correct way to demonstrate just how these characters actually are. Luthor stroking Sinestro's ego to entice him into joining their little group of rebels against the Crime Syndicate. Brilliant. Brilliant scene. That's what I'm talking about. That is Luthor. That is Sinestro. Just brilliant stuff. And I love the shit that Sinestro said to Batman. And I loved what he said about Hal Jordan in here. He makes a wink and a nod towards Hal Jordan and what's going on in the Green Lantern Corps, in the Green Lantern titles right now concerning Hal Jordan's leadership of the Corps. Fucking amazing. This was good. Now that I'm thinking about it, this was actually pretty damn good. You know, Ultraman is just losing his shit over some things in here, and I'm not going to go into big detail as to why, because I don't want to ruin it. Just good character development, artwork that could have been a little bit better, and despite how much I've been shitting on Geoff Johns lately, I have to give him a round of applause. He actually did a really good job with this issue. I'm still not going to take back what I said about the first 4 issues, because those first 4 issues were just or okay at best, or some of them just flat out sucked. My opinion of the first 4 issues has not changed at all. Right here is where we're finally going somewhere with this story, in my opinion. It was really good, well above average, still nowhere near perfect. If I had to give it a score of 1 to 5, I'd give this probably 3.5. It was good. The writing was actually really good. Much more logical stuff's going on in here. The character development, especially for Sinestro and Luthor, was really good. Some decent action in here. But on top of that, there was also some illogical moments in the issue, and there was also some pretty subpar artwork from a great artist in David Finch, which I think this artwork could have been better. Now, I don't know what the scheduling is for David Finch as an artist for DC, but if I were to guess, I would say this artwork looks a little bit rushed, but then again, I might be wrong. That's just how I see it when I looked at the interior artwork in here. I'm like, I would have suggested he might have took his time a little bit more, and he probably could have made some of these characters look a little bit better. But that's just me. I thought this was a solid issue. The first really, really good issue out of the series so far, and it's really sad that I had to wait till issue 5 to finally get something good out of this. A solid read. I'd recommend giving this book a read. Whether you want to buy it or not, I'm going to leave that up to you. So there you have it, everybody. There's my review of Forever Evil number 5. Well, am I acting disrespectful now? Am I being a troll? Who knows? Maybe I still am. Who knows? Go ahead and tell me how much I suck. Whatever. I don't care. But, hey, let me know what you think of this review. Who knows? You might like this review for once. I still say Geoff Johns is a little overrated. Just a little. Yeah. Well, that's all I got, everybody. Thanks for watching. Don't forget this channel, and don't forget my Blue Goblin X channel, as well as Dark Adventure Inc. Plus, and another big shout out to Mark and Chloe at Fast Decker Comics. Don't forget my bro, the Mount Vernon Kid, Deadpoolzilla and Brendan Hex. Thanks for watching, everybody, and until next time, I'll see y'all later.